And I'm giving you the call to the member for Hughes.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I greatly appreciate the member for Lyons' concerns about young people and their penalty rates. But I asked the member for Lyons, where were you when those union officials from the Shoppies Association, where were you when they were cutting all their penalty rates? You talked about that you were previously an employee at Hungry Jack's.
I was.
And you were getting penalty rates.
I'm sure I was.
Well, what were you getting? You know what the penalty rates are at Hungry Jack's at the moment? A duck egg, 0 on a Sunday. And you know why? Because they've been ripped off. They've been ripped off in dodgy deals by the Labor Party. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the member for Lyons might like to explain to us, how is someone that only works on a Sunday better off overall if they don't get any penalty rates at all? How are they better off overall? It's a complete and utter nonsense. And this nonsense has been exposed by the Fair Work Commission. They said the Coles agreement the dodgy Coles agreement that was signed up by them was found to be not pass the better off overall test. By whom? The Fair Work Commission. The Fair Work Commission themselves. And what were these things traded off for? What were they really traded off for? They were traded off for greater union control and greater union power. Let's just go through the KFC National Enterprise Agreement. Here we go. So what did they trade off their penalty rates for? KFC workers who get a duck egg on a Sunday, ripped off by the unions. This is what they were ripped off for. The employer, which is KFC, undertakes to positively promote union membership by recommending that all employees join the Shop, Distributive and Allied Employees Union. It says all employees, including new employees, at the point of recruitment, shall be given an application form to join the union together with the statement of the employer policy. What 15-year-old kid, given that form, shoved under his desk before he starts, is not going to sign it? Of course he's going to sign it. And what happens when he signs it? Firstly, he gets 0 penalty rates, 0 penalties, but even worse than that, that gives the unions the opportunity to raid his pay packet. Here we go, clause 41.4, here we go. 41.4, here it is, I'll read it out. The employer undertakes upon authorisation to deduct union membership dues as levied by the union in accordance with its rules. The union's rules. So the union decides how much they'll deduct from these poor workers' pay that you guys are so concerned about. What an absolute farce. What a pack of hypocrites you lot are, talking about young people. And it goes, such monies collected will be forwarded to the appropriate branch of the union at the beginning of each month. What an out. Unbelievable. And where does that money go? Who was the biggest donator to the Labor Party funds of the Shop Assistants Union? You lot. It is you lot. Your election campaigns are financed by taking money out of the youngest.
The member for Lyons might like to direct his comments through the chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Hughes, sorry. My apologies and no reflection on the member for Lyons. Sorry.
Thank you, Chair. The point that I was making is that here we have the youngest workers in the country earning some of the least wages because their salaries have been deducted where they get 0 penalty rates on a Sunday because of union deals. And the unions get worse than that. The unions are able to put their hand into those kids' pockets and pull out their union fees for what? Hallelujah, they get their penalty rates cut. What an absolute disgrace. But the real issue is, we know why the Labor Party is so upset about this and why they won't tell the truth. You won't tell the truth about this does not affect workers from Coles or Woolworths or Big W or Target or Kmart or David Jones or McDonald's or KFC or Pizza Hut or Red Rooster or so on and so on and so on. It affects none of those workers because they've already been done over by their own unions having their penalty rates ripped off them. So what we have now, we have a situation in the country that's even worse. We have a small business that might want to employ someone like the member for Lyons that used to work at Hungry Jack's. He might say, I could give you $26 an hour. But he's not allowed to. He could say the poor worker getting $21 an hour now, an independent business can say, we want to employ you at $26 an hour. We want to give you more money. We want to give you a raise. And you know what? Under current legislation, they can't because they're all stitched up by the Labor Party. You guys, we're going to talk about this penalty rate as long as we want.
I give
because you're
the
a pack
call
of
to the
hypocrites on
member
this.
for Wakefield.